I always went to church camp as a kid, and so it was an experience I really wanted my family to have. And so one day at a soccer game, another family told us about Gull Lake, and it's a Christian family camp up in Michigan. And it was just a really powerful experience for us. There's something really life-changing about spending a week in a fun, intentional Christian community.
When we got married, we have inscriptions of scripture on our rings. One of them is in mine, Joshua 24:15, which says, "As for me and my house, we will serve the Lord." So we try and do that as a household, but we also want them to see other households that are doing the same. It makes us look less crazy if other people are doing it too. And the families that we meet are great Christian families.
And the kids will tell you all about the activities, but they really have some good time in the Word with the counselors. And these counselors are just wonderful. They're these college kids who just pour into the lives of the families that attend.
And the counselors that are in their 20s, living for the Lord every day, that really makes a huge impact on the children, because if you want your children to see their faith as it matures in the different parts of their lives, it's important for them to see that exposure at different ages as well.
Our parents were like, hey, we're going to go to this family camp if you like it or not. And then it kind of turned out like, hey, we want to go again.
It was different for me because it wasn't like the standard vacation where you just get to relax. You kind of were up and moving a little bit more, and it was high energy, and you kind of just got time to spend in the Word like everywhere.
At Gull Lake, it's kind of like different. You every day you do something different and you learn more about Jesus while you're doing it.
My favorite thing about Gull Lake was the activities they had there, like the rock walls and the zip line, and also that the counselors set great role models for the kids.
My favorite thing about going to Gull Lake was hanging out with some of my friends that I had there and hanging out in the gym and just playing basketball.
My favorite thing about Gull Lake was probably just like it's so much fun, and everybody, like, it's not negative. It's like if you screw up, it's fine. It's always fun.
The counselors and the staff work really hard there to make sure that everyone feels loved and that they're displaying Christ in their actions and in their words. The staff's not allowed to use sarcasm at all. Anything that would be biting or tearing somebody down isn't allowed. So they really experience just a real fullness of the Christian life in terms of how you should relate to others and how you should serve others, because they're seeing it modeled all week.
When I came back, I found Scripture to be something more fun and like enjoyable, rather than just something that was like a daily thing which you did all the time. And so I dug into the Scripture more.
I felt better about telling more people about Christ and how learning about Him can be fun, not just learning daily basis lessons.
I was always scared of like talking about Jesus out in public. I would always be like, my dad would bring it up and I'd be so embarrassed and I'd turn red. But when you're at Gull Lake and you just talk about it and everybody already knows about it, it kind of gives you that confidence to just do it in day by day.
Well, we need a break from Ohio. We need a break from our regular routine, and vacation is it's money well spent. Even if you have to sacrifice in other areas to make a family vacation happen, we think it's a priority. And we get some time away as a couple. We got to walk around a good part of the lake. It's a big lake, not all of it, but a big part of the lake. We got to go to breakfast together. We have separate conversations and separate teachings. It's a Bible adult fellowship time, and good scripture fulfillment for us as well, which is important, while the kids are off doing their own fun activities and their own Bible listen. So it's important for the marriage, it's important for our family, and again, a positive experience worth our time.
You have a lot of time to reconnect as a family because they take care. It's a real vacation for the mom because they do all the cooking and all the cleaning up and all of that, and so you have time to have fun with your kids and to have Bible study with your spouse.
I would probably want to go back because it's just fun to do all the activities and spend time with your counselors and the other kids in your group.
I felt like it brought us closer to our parents because they were having fun doing things that typically we'd be like separated in doing, but we were as a family doing everything together, not going off and doing separate practices.
We're the Christiansons.
Take your family to Gull Lake.